Yeah, Friday. Welcome in Morning Drive Golf Channel. Thank you very much for being aboard with us this morning. I'm Eric Casilius. My partner's Gary Williams. We'll be live with you for the next 2 hours as we are each Monday through Friday. How are you?
I'm doing okay, but I don't want to let go of Canada. It's been kind of like Canada week for us.
You're a little melancholy that this is the
I am.
end of the business week in terms of the Canadian Open, and then we'll get through the weekend. But we'll come back Monday. We'll get a chance to break it down.
I know, but I'm very pro-Canada. I don't want to let go.
The nation that you have referred to affectionately as America's hat on the program.
Yes, very affectionately.
At least once or twice. Do you have a favorite Canadian?
Michael J. Fox. First of all, he's dignified, and Alex P. Keaton. I watched Family Ties as a kid, and I looked at him and I said, I could be him.
You could be. You do have a little Alex P. Keaton, a little Brantley Foster as well from Secret of My Success. Very underrated film.
Yes.
I'll take the band Rush as my favorite Canadians, and their guitarist, Alex Lifeson, huge golf fan, an absolute nut, plays all the time, and that's would be my selection. Third member of the family is Holly Saunders. Do you have a favorite Canadian?
Yes, my former teammate Vanessa Leon, and she's very proud of her heritage.
Nice. There's also
I would hope so.
Yes, very overly.
She wouldn't be ashamed of it.
There's a Canadian who was born today that is going to make his way into the front nine and the back nine.
And he's one of our all-time favorites
which
as well.
Which is just unbelievably and beautiful that we're going to get into this.
But the RBC Canadian Open yesterday, that golf course, it showed itself very well, not only on television, but it doesn't have to be 7,500 yards to have teeth. It showed itself yesterday.
You're right.
It bit back, and a lot of guys are still showing those scars. We'll get down to all the scores, but who do we have coming up in the program today?
Well, Jason Sobel stops by to defend his views about who he believes will replace Tiger Woods. Plus, the newest big break champion joins us to relive the putt that won him $70,000, and we'll give you one tip to straighten out your game and another tip that might help save the face of Canadian golf. Happy Friday, boys. Take it away.
We roll into the weekend. There's nothing better, Eric, than rolling into the weekend if you're a golfer and just getting a thought. Because believe me, there are too many thoughts that are in too many golfers' minds. That was one thing when I taught years and years ago. Try to clear the mind, focus on one thing. And we have one of the great teachers, forget what nation he's from, and he is from Canada, so we celebrate Canada. Jason Helman joins us. He is the Teacher of the Year. It's great to see you.
Thanks for having me on the show.
And it's good to have you aboard. You know, Canada right now, obviously being celebrated, the RBC Canadian Open. And one of the things that I have always been enamored about Canadian golf is that, one, you have a lot of great golf courses, but it's the passion that the golf fan has. And it's not just viewing the game, it's playing the game. Why do you think that is? Is that the perception that an American has that's not right, or is it accurate?
Well, I think it's pretty accurate. We're pretty passionate about hockey, and it's kind of carried over into golf. You know, when you see Mike Weir out there, there's you know, a slew of people with Canadian flags on and jerseys, and you know, like Choi's boys. It's kind of the same thing, but it's a little bit bigger scale.
Gary mentioned that you have a lot of great courses up there. What's your favorite course in Canada, and what's the one course you haven't played that you would run to first if they gave you a free round?
Well, I'm going to be a little bit biased on my club, the Windance Golf Club.
You can't pick your own.
Oh, I can't pick my own.
You just did.
Well, we'll have to go with the National Golf Club. It's you know, ranked #1 for a number of years. Maybe you know, the Highlands out on the East Coast. I've never played there. I actually made a trip there, and I called the phone number to go, and I ended up driving all the way around the Cabot Trail and ended up at the wrong golf course. So, but I played there anyway. You
know, in all the years that you've been teaching, what is the greatest area of improvement you've seen in instruction across the board?
Well, instruction, and you know, this kind of goes to where we are with instruction, you know, today, is that by definition, I've kind of come up with a phrase, which is instruction is providing knowledge, teaching is the delivery system, and coaching is that ensuring that knowledge becomes learned. So I will not give one golf lesson next year. All of my coaching will be on a coaching model. So the one-off lessons, they really kind of have to go out the door, because you know, we're not going to fix a slice in 45 minutes forever. You know, I spoke to.
You're not?
No. As good as we are, it's pretty difficult because the player has to have a responsibility to practice, which, you know, with time constraints is very difficult these days with family and all of those things. So you know, if we can get people to you know, commit to a coaching platform or coaching model, whether, you know, I'll have about 4 or 5 different ones next year to choose from, based on price and all kinds of those things. That's really important if they want to improve.
Well, speaking of improving, you got a tip for us that, for the weekend?
I do.
Here you go.
Yeah, I'm a
Let's come
lefty
on here
here,
and do it.
so all the lefties will love me.
Take the lefty out there.
We'll just do.
Lefties.
Like Phil Mickelson out here.
Are you a lefty too?
Yeah.
Of course.
Beautiful. Which way am I
No,
facing?
you're going to do it. I'm going to watch you.
I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bump and run short game 8-iron shot that, most people use sand wedges and lob wedges around the green way too much and often dump it in front of them. And then this is probably the most underused shot in golf,
Okay.
An 8-iron bump and run. So, I could
So
swing,
do it
but-
straight ahead.
Straight ahead here?
Yep.
So, a lot of people, they get here and they flip their hands with their
Yep.
wedge and they dump it and they'll hit it, 2 or 3 feet, and then, the next shot that they hit will be a little bit harder and sculled across the green. That's 2, right? And then they finally find the happy medium and then, get it on the green. They're still 40, 50 feet away. The longer the ball's on the ground, the more control we have over it, the less variables involved, and that's really important for people to understand. So, hands forward. I get my hands always over my right kneecap, arms fairly extended, and we want to chip the Y. So I don't know if you can see a Y in my arms in the shaft here, and I say, 7 to 5 or 5 to 7, depending on your left-handed or right-handed, and a lot of people like to hit, and I use the word glide. Some instructors don't understand the word glide, but if we take the hit out of the chip, then that takes the smaller muscles, the wrists out, and we utilize more of the body. And if the chest stops moving, the hands are going to take over, and then you're cooked. So we want to make sure that we chip the Y. You get the tail of the Y right here. Obviously, it's backwards from me being a lefty, but certainly you can see it. Right-handed would be like this. So that way, chip the Y, and keep it constant, right? Glide 1, glide 2. So, we're here, we're glide 1, glide 2.
So glide, don't roll my wrists, off my front kneecap, nice and easy.
Yeah.
So that's it. I don't want any of this
It's that
action.
easy.
Just going to go like this, and it's just going to be nice and smooth. That's
Do
what
that
you're
again?
looking for. I don't want to do it again.
So
Please
let's
don't
get
make him
that
do it
trigger
again.
under there.
Yep, chip the Y.
That's
nice
good.
and easy.
Hold there, a little tense there. Just
Well, he's a
I'm
tense
tense.
guy.
Look who I host the show with. I'm tense. I'm tense.
3 out of 10 here with grip pressure. 3 out of 10. Real
There you
soft
go.
around the greens with putter and wedges. Okay.
Relax,
Like I'm
big
holding
fella.
an
It's
egg.
okay.
Feet closer
Holding an
together.
egg.
Feet closer together. Turn them out a little bit. About 75 weight on the front.
Yep, I'm there.
And a little bit more. Now you're 75. That's good. Okay. And then we're going to glide 1 and glide 2. So
Nice.
you're a little wristy there. I can feel it in the shaft.
Oh,
There
I'm
you
a
go.
little wristy. I'm a lot of things.
1, 2.
Him being a little wristy, that is way down on the
coaching
list.
model next year and you'll be all set.
Anybody can do it. The coach model, again, this is the guy who's the award-winning guy, and we celebrate Canada, and this is really one of the guys you want to deal with. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate that.
Jason,
having
thank
I
you
noticed
for
he
coming in.
yanked that
Canadians.
club out of my hand. I was going to try to
Teacher
score
of-
that thing.
Exactly right.
I thought that thing was going to stay in the studio, but apparently it won't. Teachers are really important. How important is your caddy, though? And is it the
Beautiful.
type of thing, which kind of coach in a team sport best equates to what a caddy provides to his or her golfer? And then the PGA has a chance to make you go, oh, no, they didn't. Oh, yes, they did. We're going to find out about that in 10 minutes. He's Gary Williams. I'm Eric Casilius. 23 minutes past the hour. Morning Drive Live, Golf Channel.
I am a gentleman, did not ask for a place I could stay. What were we both thinking? The next part just got. I came today.
All I need is a little more time.
That, first of all,
That's Jack
that's
Wagner.
a horrendous rendition.
Well, I can't sing. I will say the airline stepped up. I bought all these new clothes. They said, send us the bill. They sent me the check. They were good about
And
it.
it was all tank tops, wasn't it?
Say, of course, belly shirts. That's what I went with. Rock my old school Umbro shorts. I'm going to channel my inner Pelé. And I'm going to knock in like 6 or
Pelé?
Yeah, it was Pele when we were kids. Now it's Pelé. Apparently it changes. I don't know.
I've never had a cigarette in my life.
You and me both. We're like the
Not one ever, not a puff.
Me neither. We're the two nerdiest guys on the planet. Is anything closer to junior tees? They're toddler
Mrs.
tees.
Havocam?
I am Mrs. Havocam. Anything closer to Mrs. Havocam tees?
Cha-ching. He's making money doing a squat thrust.
This is SpongeBob SquarePants for adults. I can't look away. I can't help it. Look at this. This is awesome.
This is going to be called the Evian, And starting in September 2013, it will be the 5th and final major.
Tiger and his caddy have split. This is not a retirement or just a, hey, we both had enough. This is a firing.
I stuck by him, was loyal to him. So, you know, I'm very disappointed.
Have you ever fired a caddy?
Yes, I have, and it was usually my mother.
You fired Sandy?
Yeah.
Atlantis landing this morning at Cape Canaveral. Did you hear it?
Did you hear the sonic boom? And I'm going, what are you talking about?
It's the last wake-up call in Orlando.
It was the last time.
How'd you like it after last night doing the Grey Goose on Wednesday night?
I'm trying to figure out which one I liked. I think I like the hours better on Grey Goose, but you know, I like
You
the
like the
guys.
people better on
Yeah,
this show.
see.
Do you have a favorite Canadian?
Michael J. Fox. I watched Family Ties as a kid, and I looked at him and I said, I could be him.
You could be. You do have a little Alex P. Keaton.
That's
nice and easy.
Oh, wait, hold on, a little tense there. This.
Well, he's
I'm
a tense guy.
Look who I host the show with. I'm tense.
Another one of
Spray and
those.
neuter your pets, people. Like Bob Barker would say.
Hey.
Don't spray them,
Just
people.
spray them.
Because animal control will be coming to your house.
What do you think about Gary Williams calling Canada America's hat?
Well, there are pants, so.
Oh,
you
see,
go.
I knew he'd fire
See,
that.
David?
What's the difference between Eric Casillas and Tiger Woods?
Oh no, this is not going well for me. I can tell you right now.
Only one of them still has a caddy named Williams.
Oh.
You've been waiting weeks.
Yeah, I was
You
saving
owed
that
me.
up for a while.
You owed me.
I actually asked Tiger to fire Stevie just so I could use the joke.
All right, let's go around here. Who needs who more right now? Golf needing Tiger, Tiger needing golf.
I think for the first time ever, Tiger needs golf more than golf needs Tiger.
Holly?
I think golf needs Tiger.
E?
I think golf needs Tiger.
Slightly, golf needs Tiger, but it is so close. Jason, you
You're
can
all
make a
wrong.
compelling argument. He
You're all
needs the
wrong.
game badly. He needs
Hey.
it more than he's ever needed it, ever.
Open Championship had a lot of great storylines. A guy who lost his wife to cancer, finally got his major, did all this great, unbelievable story. Worst rating ever. No Tiger.
Yeah.
Worst rating ever. No Tiger.
He needs golf. He needs to get back into the game, but he's hurt right now. He can't do it.
They both
And he's
need
being
each other.
criticized
They-
for being
You're right.
hurt.
They
which
both
doesn't
need each
necessarily
other
make sense.
more than they've ever needed each other.
Good. You know what? Get a caddy, get healthy, get out there. We'll see you at the PGA. We'll put you right with the pairing that we had. That would be
Let's do
exciting.
that, please.
Yeah.
Furyk, Scott, Woods.
And
Yeah.
The
TFO.
two ex-caddies
We'll see
and the
it
new
at some
caddy.
point. We'll see what kind of guts the PGA of America has if
Exactly.
they actually do it.
Jason Sobel, Holly Saunders, Gary Williams. Good week from us. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday morning.
At a Helman.